Every time I have a conversation with a person or record a video, I second guess what I say and think, well, I should have said it this way, or maybe it would be better if I'd said it this way. Hi, welcome or welcome back. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're partaking of my content. If you would please, and if you feel so inclined, please like the video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on post notifications. I greatly appreciate it. Today for my craft, I'm going to be putting the eye pins into the pieces that I'm going to be making into earrings. And I want to get that done because they need to dry for 24 hours before I can actually do the painting on them. I bought some really pretty metallic paints, and yes, I'm going to try with the paintbrush. If you've seen any of my other videos, you'll know how odd a statement that is, but I'm going to try with my paintbrush to paint these with some metallic paint. And in all honesty, I think I'm going to take this off and put some other form of wing on, maybe some foam or some of that pleather, and see if I can do it that way, because these just look really kind of cheap to me. Not to mention that several of them aren't even put on properly. So that's what I'm going to be doing for the craft today. I have already drilled the holes with all of these. I did try to videotape it with me drilling the holes, and I only drilled 3 or 4 of them before I realized that this thing really does sound like a dentist's drill. And I had earplugs in, but without warning you that you needed earplugs, it might be difficult for people who have sensory issues to watch the video. So you'll see that I've already started. And that's really what I'm going to talk about in this video. This is the 5th time that I have tried to record this video, and I've gotten through it 4 times, but I'm not happy with any of the films or any of the videos that I've made so far. Calling it a film is showing my age, but I'm not happy with any of the videos that I've taken so far because of something that I do. And I do this possibly because I'm autistic and wasn't diagnosed with it, but I also possibly do this because I'm socially unaware, which may be because of the autism, but also because of lifelong trauma. So I'm not sure which one actually causes me to do this, but every time I have a conversation with a person or record a video, I second guess what I say and think, well, I should have said it this way, or maybe it would be better if I'd said it this way. When I'm talking to an actual person, I am second guessing every word that comes out of my mouth because I honestly believe that everything that I'm saying is being misinterpreted, and I try to be extremely accurate and extremely precise in what I say, and I still feel like I'm being misinterpreted. And that's part social ostracism, that's part social and misunderstanding, social and lack of awareness or lack of social awareness, part of being autistic, not even knowing that I was. And it's very difficult, and it takes an awful lot of energy to do that. The reason that I do these videos in one take, and this follows along with something that I put on my channel today, I put an edited video on my channel today. And it was bloopers and outtakes from me trying to explain how I finished off the snowman earrings. And it took me the better part of 6 hours to edit a 30-second video to the point where I was pleased with the way it sounded and the way it looked. And I really didn't do a whole lot of intense editing in it. I added some words to it. I animated a couple of the words. I added some stickers, but I didn't do a whole lot as far as editing goes. But it still took me the better part of 6 hours to do it because I had the opportunity to update and rearrange what I had said and the way I had said it. And it was just a blooper reel. And given that opportunity, I seriously overthought every decision. And I changed the length of the video. I changed the clips that were in there. I edited some of the clips out. I edited some of the seconds out of each individual clip. I rearranged the order of the clips when I finally decided which ones I was going to use. And it was just so exhausting to do all of that. And it felt like conversations that I have with people. And it's really difficult and really draining and really energy intensive for me to talk to people in real life. My job, when I had a job, which I don't anymore because of the trauma that broke the camel's back, but my job when I had a job was repetitive. And when I was just doing my job and just repeating the things that I had said over and over again, for ages, I was okay because I was on steady ground that I had already overthought and overanalyzed every single word anyway. But when I had to have a conversation with people that didn't follow the script of my repetitive job, I was in strange, unusual, and unsteady territory. And it was so difficult for me to have conversations with people. It is still extremely difficult for me to have any sort of conversation with a person. And it's even more so now that I've suffered this latest trauma. I don't answer the phone if I don't absolutely have to, which is not a surprise. I don't talk to people unless I absolutely have to, which is not a surprise. I have an extremely supportive husband who understands when I need to talk, what I'm saying, when I don't need to talk, and I appreciate that fact. But there are an extremely small number of people in my life that follow that criteria or follow that. I'm trying to think of the perfect word for this, which is another example of me overthinking what I'm saying, but who fall into that pattern or into that mold where they're willing to let me take the time that I need to say what I need to say and say it in a way that I feel comfortable with having said it. And that's basically my husband, one of my friends from college and his wife, my family, and my best friend, and maybe a couple other people who aren't coming to mind at the moment because I'm stressed and not thinking correctly. So if you ever have a conversation with an autistic person and it seems like that person is having difficulties talking or having difficulty forming their thoughts, it's because they're overthinking what they're about to say, or at least it might be because they're overthinking what they're about to say. If that conversation is with me, it's definitely because I'm overthinking what I'm trying to say. If I'm not on steady, repetitive ground, I have no firm footing on conversational etiquette and conversational intercourse, but that's not really the way I want to say it. Conversational interplay. How about that one? So if you are autistic and watching this video and these traits characterize you, know that you're not alone. If you are not autistic and watching this video because you want to learn what it is to really understand an autistic person, number one, I'm super glad that you're here listening. And number two, give the person time to think about and say what they want to say. And if the words don't come quickly, that's totally understandable, and just give them the opportunity to speak when they're ready to speak and to say what they want to say when they're ready to say it. And be prepared for a phone call 3 or 4 hours later when they call you back or they talk to you again and they say, oh, well, what I meant to say when the last time we spoke was, because I do that a lot too. So I don't think I'm going to be editing very many videos. I think all of my videos are going to be one and done, just like this one, even though this is 5th and done. And I think this is the one that I'm actually going to post. So I will come back later when I am painting my angels using my metallic paint, and I'll show you what I do to replace those wings, because those wings are really terrible. And I thank you for watching my video, and please like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. And Bear has run away because he really hated the sound of the drill, so you didn't get to see Bear today. The sound of the drill, I don't know if that was in camera. So I thank you for being here. Remember, it's okay to not be okay. If you need help, please seek it out. And until next time, have a great, wonderful, whatever length of time it is till I see you again.